Hello guys, it's Hein here, and today I will be doing a top 10 heroes in Castle Clash. That's right, you heard it right here. Not 9, not 8, 10. So starting off our top 10, we got the classic Pumpkin Duke. When he first came out, he was one of the best heroes, and he still is to this day. His ability basically increases your attack rate and movement speed of you and your allies by 55% for 8 seconds. And you may be thinking, whoa, that's not that much. Well, his proc is stackable, and it usually gets off 3 times against a boss in like a fashion. Like he procs once, then he keeps on going, procs again, then procs again, and that's like 160 something percent attack rate and movement speed, and he's very crucial to every team. Next here we have Skull Knight, and he is very strong and very important for your team. His ability, which is Vengeful Sword, increases his attack by 800% at max, 800%, and it limits his damage taken by 3,000, which he has 63,000 health already, so that's just and he naturally has level 8 revive, which is so he basically has two lives to say, so he is one strong hero to fight against. Alright, next on this list we have Minnow Chieftain, and you guys may question my judgment right here, but he is very strong. Alright, his ability at max targets 55 random ground units in battle and deals 230% of his damage, and inflicts stun for 3.5 seconds, and he just reduces their energy too. But the main part is he targets 55 random ground units in battle, which is basically the whole map. And yeah, he can basically just destroy the whole map in one proc. I've seen it before. It's not that hard at all. And if you place like a Cupid down and get a nice little attack buff on him, ooh, the whole map will fall, because 55 random ground units is just the whole map. That's really all I can say. Like in my whole base, I probably don't even have 55 random ground units. An easy way to counter this though is with ground troops, but most people don't run them at all, so more or less he's very strong to fight against and to attack with. Alright, next on my top 10 list, I've already lost track, but it doesn't matter, because yeah, we got Dread Drake, and his proc or perk or ability, whatever, is called Cannon Blast and deals 180% damage to 10 random targets. That's good, but the next part is very good too. It stuns them for 1.5 seconds and negates 90% of damage taken for 2.5 seconds. And he naturally has level 5 revitalize too, but and fast energy recovery. But in things like arena, he will fire the bombs and he will stun you for so long, and you will just have the ability to get all your troops over to the other side. And with his fast energy recovery, he just keeps firing those stuns over and over. And all in that, he's just a very great hero to have in attacking and arena. Alright, next on my list we have Ares. You all know Ares. Ares is one of the best, if not the best, hero to have in arena. His ability, Calamity, deals damage equal to 350% of attack to 5 heroes, including reducing their energy by 100% and inflicting silence for 5.5 seconds. You may be asking what silence is. Silence basically does not let them use their abilities, and that's why it's so overpowered, because if you have like a 5/5 revitalize Pumpkin Duke to get all your teammates going faster, he can't use it. And that's the same with like a Skull Knight's 800% attack buff. He can't use it. And yeah, when the other team is not able to use their abilities, you just crush through them on the arena. That's just it. he's just a very great arena hero to have. Alright, next on this list we have Arctica, and I do not have him. I wish I had him. Everybody wishes they had him, but I do not have him. But I've seen how powerful he can be. He can be in battle. His frost breath deals damage to 300 attack to enemies right in front of him, and it freezes them for 3 seconds, which is on its own pretty good for like a stun, and buildings for 5 seconds, which is very amazing. But he also removes all buffs and has naturally level 5 condemnation, which and his ability has a cooldown of 6 seconds, which isn't the best, but all in all, his ability is still very, very powerful, and is not somebody you would want to be on the other end of. Alright, next on this list we have Gulam, and it's sad to say I wanted to put Vlad on here, but it's really sad to say that Gulam is basically a better Vlad. That's really all he is. He deals damage to 720% attack to all nearby enemies over 5 seconds, and also restores HP to 1,440% attack to all allies, and reduces their damage taken by 60%. He's also immune to stun and blah blah blah. But mainly, he's basically a better Vlad, because not only does he heal himself, but he also heals his enemies, or allies, I'm sorry, and deals damage to his enemies, which is basically all Vlad does, and better, and more. Yeah. So I had to put Gulam on here instead of Vlad. It's really sad because I love Vlad. I have a Vlad right now on my team, but it's sad to say that Gulam is just a better hero all in out. Alright, next on this list we have Grim Fiend, and his ability, which is Possession. Basically, it gives him a different form, and in that different form he recovers 1,500% attack and transforms into a demon, and gains plus 75% attack and stun immunity for 12 seconds. And when he is in this state, he's on par with a Skull Knight. He deals so much damage and is very hard to kill. And when he procs, everything in front of him is just down. It's just dead. D-E-D, dead. That's not how you spell dead, but I know. You just do not want to be on the receiving end of a procced Possession Grim Fiend. Alright, next on this list we have Drakax, and you already know this. Everybody wants him. He is very, very, very powerful. His ability, Whirling Axe, not only looks freaking amazing, but deals 660% attack damage to nearby enemies over 5 seconds and reduces the healing they receive by 65%, which is just amazing. But that's not only it. It also deals 450% attack damage to the enemy hero with at least the remaining HP, which is just good. Also, he has level 8 Deadly Strike, which is just, the thought of having him would excite me, but of course, I'm not rich. I can't afford millions on millions of gems, and yeah, I don't have him. I hate my life. Alright, and to finish up this top 10 heroes, I'd have to throw in one of the OG trios other than Pumpkin Duke, and I can't put in Vlad because I already explained it, but it's Cupid. His ability, Cupid's Arrow, increases friendly heroes' energy by 65%, which is super good, and also increases their damage by 65% too for 6 seconds. But like, that's just crazy. Like, that paired with a Minnow. Well, a Minnow can already basically one-shot a map, but with this, he can easily one-shot any map, including Town Hall and all. Right. Well, yeah, Cupid is a very, very, very strong and very good hero. When in a 1v1 situation, he's kind of trash. You just want his ability procced once for like guild wars, etc., etc. But yeah, that'll wrap up my top 10. Thank you all for watching. And now it's time for the honorable mentions, which there'll only be a few. They were heroes I wanted to put on, but they just didn't make it. They were this close, but didn't make it. Alright, you guys already expected this. It's Vlad Dracula. If you were there when I talked about Gulam, you know I wanted to put him in, but Gulam just straight up outclassed him in every single way, shape, and form. Vlad, you can summons bats for 4 seconds to bite enemies and restore HP. Causes 200% damage and inflicts fear for 2 seconds. Cooldown 6 seconds. It even has the same cooldown as Gulam. That's just sad. Vlad's ability is just a knockoff Gulam. Honestly, even though Vlad was out before Gulam, Gulam's ability just outclasses them in every single way. It's just sad to say, because I really do love Vlad, but I just if I get a Gulam, I'm gonna have to take Vlad out and put Gulam in instead of him. Next on the honorable mentions, we have Santa Boom, whose ability Firework Bazooka deals 690% attack and reduces movement and attack speed near two targets for 4 seconds. He naturally has level 5 self-destruct. So I wanted to put him in, but I put Minnow instead, because Santa Boom's proc takes out a good portion of enemy bases, but not all of it, and Minnow's proc takes out the whole base. So, but Santa Boom is much easier to get instead of Minnow, because you know Minnow cost $900, which is just outrageous. But you got those rich YouTubers buying it. Well, I'll make a rant video about it. But nah. So yeah, I wanted to put him in. His ability is very good. It takes out large portions of the map. He's just all not a very good ability. But Minnow sort of outstages him. So I mean, nothing really you can do but spend $900 to get a Minnow. Not. Finally, on the honorable mentions, we have Warlock. And though I don't have much knowledge of him or much experience using or seeing him, I just know personally that he is a great arena hero to have, because his fire shield deals 460% attack to 3 foes and reduces their movement speed by 85% for 6 seconds, and then lets allies 3 deflect 45% damage and have immunity to 1 debuff for 5 seconds. Cooldown is 7 seconds. But this ability with like Revitalize 5 is crucial in arena. It's just very important. You can slow them down. You can deal damage to them. You can give your allies a shield. It's just very important. He is very good in arena. That's basically all he's good in for, I guess. So that's probably why he didn't make the top 10 list. He's like Ares. You can consider an arena only hero, but I've seen him in many defenses and many attacks, so he's still pretty good in attacking, just not as good as some other heroes who made the list. And thank you all for watching this video. This is my first ever one, and hopefully not my last, who knows. And I just want to thank you all for watching this. It's been Hein. Peace out.